wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Check, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Hey! listen. Better get they gonna be jiggling. Jiggling. I want to jiggling. They gonna jiggling. They gonna jiggling. Hey, you better. Hey, listen. Let me start, man. Anyway, all right, listen. Now y'all know my wife is Southern fan, so we got Southern stuff. Okay, my wife loves Southern, so we definitely got some Southern stuff. Let me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? So, got a text message. Somebody hit me up and was like, "Hey, Scotty, listen, I'm hearing it's a done deal. Check your sources." I said, "Okay, cool." Hit a couple people. Hey, I'm hearing the same thing. Now I didn't hit my Colorado connect because he be iffy, right? He be iffy. Sometimes he answer the phone, sometimes he don't answer the phone, right? So he's iffy. Listen, call lines are open. I'm just let y'all know right now. If you Southern, call lines are you know. Anyway, right? I see y'all be doing at the graduation with the feet kicking. I can't move that fast. You know what I'm saying? In Baltimore, we call it percolating.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? This is how it's gonna be. Day one, when he touched down, this what.
Yeah, we finna set it off in this motherfucker. We finna put you bitch ass niggas in the trash can. I'm tired of all you bitch ass niggas.
That's how Southern coming.
Real nigga. You wanna talk shit? You wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsters start your motherfucking house? We'll set this bitch out. Set this bitch out. We'll set this bitch out. Set this bitch out.
Hey, they call me badass, and I'll punish you. Hey, day one. That's how he gotta walk. That's how Southern people gotta walk into. You gotta believe in this. All right, Terrence Graves ain't giving you that energy. Eric Dooley damn sure ain't giving you that energy. You gotta feel that day one when Marshall Faulk comes in the door. I don't give a damn. Dion been gone for 2 years. I don't give two shits.
You wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsters start your motherfucking house? We'll set this bitch out. Set this bitch out.
Hey, you gotta come in with that type of energy. You gotta come in with that type of energy because again, listen. Did Southern? This is the question, right? This is the question. Did Southern need this? No, I did. I never thought. Let me calm down. I'm out of breath. I had to run up and down the steps to get all this stuff prepared. Anyway, okay. Did Southern need to do this? I don't believe Southern needed to do this. I think Southern has a great base, a great fan base, a great interest in football. But my thing is this: if you couldn't get a quality coach, if you could not get a quality championship pedigree coach, then yes, you needed to do this. Right? You needed to do this because if you're going to go to a first-time head coach, go to a first-time head coach that has some type of cachet. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, Marshall Faulk, his name doesn't ring bells to me. It just doesn't, right? But again, that does not take away the connections that he has. It doesn't take the status that this Bama is a freaking Hall of Famer. Like, I mean, he's an NFL Hall of Famer. That comes with something. I don't give a damn. Stump Mitchell wasn't no goddamn Hall of Famer. First of all, his name is Stump, okay? Last name Mitchell says enough, right? So again, it's Marshall Faulk. It's the greatest show on turf. Who do you think is not going to show up? Kurt Warner is going to be there. Why? I'm supporting my friend. Reggie Wayne, I'm supporting my friend. Peyton Manning, I'm supporting my friend. Right? Like all these guys, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, like all these guys are going to come support. Now, I'm not saying Kurt Warner going to be on staff. I'm not saying Reggie Wayne, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, any of these Bamas are going to be on staff, right? But again, it does have it brings some type of cachet because he is a NFL Hall of Famer. That's facts. He's from the boot. That's facts. He has people in media who look up to Marshall Faulk. That's facts, right? This is going to be on the ESPN ticker. That's facts. So regardless of how you feel about it, if it's me, or even me, like me, ma, at the end of the day, it's going to ring bells in the media space. Now, again, the secondary question you have to ask yourself is, who will be on? No, they weren't teammates, but they're real cool. Like Reggie Wayne has talked about Marshall Faulk. That's why I assume Reggie Wayne would be with Marshall Faulk. Not always talking about teammates. Like Reggie Wayne is anyway. All right. So my thing is this. Is it better than what you've had previously? Absolutely. Is it better than Eric Dooley? Is it better than Terrence Graves? That's neither said nor done, right? So again, now we're going into this is the question of questions. This is the only thing that matters, right? This is the only thing that matters. Who will be on staff? Who will be on staff? And if he's getting the support that I've heard that he's going to get from Tony Clayton, he needs to have everybody who, listen, again, he was only with Deion for a year. Deion probably gave him the insight, which he's given every former NFL player, the booklet on, hey, listen, HBCUs move different. Like he said in the interview that I did with him, you got to be Tyler Perry. You got to write the play. You got to direct the play. You got to star in the play. And you got to hire the cast. Like, you have to be everything in these spots in this predicament. You're not going to get the benefit that you have at a Colorado in Power 4, right? Hey, Zo, if you want to call in, I would love to hear your opinion. Or if you want to come on, just let me know. Just text me and I'll send you the link. All right. Love to hear your opinion about it. Right. So those are my levels of it, right? So how does he embrace the HBCU, the same thing that Willie Simmons talked about yesterday? How does he embrace the HBCU culture? How does he embrace the blackness of these HBCUs and understanding the politics, the relationships, being personable, right? Because again, it's a situation where Brian Kelly wasn't a good fit at LSU because he didn't understand the culture. He was trying to do too much, right? Right. So at the end of the day, how they figure all that out is going to be in the weeds of it. But do I believe that he can go get some talent? Do I believe that he can go out and get some high level kids, some high level recruits, running backs? If I'm a running, I keep telling y'all this, right? If you have an NFL Hall of Famer at the running back position, why would you not be able to go get you a running back? I'm going to say that again. If you are an NFL Hall of Famer, how can you not go get you a running back? You get what I'm saying? So if I'm Trey Harley, I ain't going nowhere. Unless I'm getting a bag from LSU or whatever, I'm not going nowhere. And just add to the collection. I'm going to tell you what my Colorado Connect told me. My Colorado Connect said, Scotty, offensively, there's nobody smarter. I'm going to say that again. Offensively, there's nobody smarter. But again, we all understand, well, not all of us, but most of us, majority of us understand it's not always the X's and O's that will get you in this space. In this space, it's not the X's and O's that will always get you. Yes, have we seen some bad coaching? Yes, have we seen some bad recruiting? Yes, but again, it's understanding the lay of the land. And this is what I'm saying. I do believe that he needs an advisor. It's the same thing I would have said with Ray Lewis. Same thing I say with Michael Vick. Deshaun Jackson's doing his thing up there. I believe this. Let me say this. I believe this is the best situation for Marshall Faulk because Tony Clayton really wanted Marshall Faulk. That's what it is. That's what it is. He really wanted Marshall Faulk. Now, I'm telling you this. If I'm Grambling and Mickey Joseph walks out the door, I'm making a call to Ed Reed. Listen, man. Listen, I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. I know Coach Cole gonna be like, oh, see, Scotty up here. See, all Scotty want to do is he want to let these NFL guys come in here and he want them to coach, and they don't really coach. Coach, I'm trying to tell you, Coach, he trying to get these celebrity guys in there, Coach, and they don't know what they doing. They don't know how to recruit. They don't know how to talk to these players, Coach. All he want is celebrity coach. You're damn right. That's all I want. I want the Pop Warner Classic to be the Bayou Classic from here on out. That's what I want. I want showcase. I want entertainment. The game of football is entertainment. Bump what y'all talking about. Ain't nobody getting no Nobel Peace Prizes from coaching football. Ain't nobody getting no decorated medal honors. Ain't nobody getting no medal honor for coaching football. Ain't nobody getting no World Humanitarian Award. Ain't nobody time of the year, man. Ain't nobody getting none of that. I want entertainment. I want HBCU football to be creme de la creme on it, and you can't miss it. I want it to be the can't miss show. That's what I want. That's what I want. Sue me. Boo me. Sue me, boo me. I don't give a damn. Call Ed Reed. I want the Bayou Classic. What should have been the Florida Classic when Ed Reed jacked that up, right? Because you jacked it up, Ed. You jacked it up for everybody. We wanted to see you and Willie in the Florida Classic. You jacked it up. Anyway, let's run it back. Ed Reed, Marshall Faulk. Okay. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe? Oh, Scotty, you don't know what the fuck you talking about? Okay, I do know what the hell I'm talking about. Let me tell you why. I went to the Thursday night game in Philly with Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick. Now you'll say, Scotty, it was in Philly. They played for the Eagles. They did this. They did that. Listen, man. You got two Louisiana legends coming to the Bayou Classic in the Superdome. I think it could just a little bit. And I kept trying to tell y'all the reason why that Thursday night game wasn't to the level that I wanted it because of the bands. The bands couldn't really get involved because Delaware State got like a little pep band, and then you got the Legion over there. They Legioning, right? So I just need y'all just come in my mind with, just take a walk with me, right? If you got Ed Reed, Marshall Faulk, the Human Jukebox, the handicap drum in the Superdome in New Orleans, that's caviar, baby. What we talking about? That's caviar, baby. Y'all don't see the vision. Y'all don't see it. Oh, y'all be like, oh, Scotty, no, man, Scotty, y'all don't see the vision. Y'all don't see the vision. Just give me again. And I'm on the bandwagon of I believe in that, right? I do believe in it. Just give me a good coach, right? UAPB, go find your white man. I'm cool with that. There's other programs that there's plenty of opportunity to just get some regular coaches. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's nothing wrong with that. Go get your regular coach at UAPB. Go get your regular coach at A&M. Go get your regular coach at Alabama State. Go get your regular coach at Valley. Go get your regular coach. Well, T-Buck down there now, but go get your regular coach at whomever, wherever. Bethune-Cookman, right? But again, give me some entertainment. I need entertainment. And for the last 3 years, y'all Bamas has been ass, okay? Like, we all knew what it was. You couldn't beat the team that you were supposed to beat, and then you beat everybody else. Perry pump y'all up just for his balloon to get popped in the SWAC championship, which everybody knew was going to happen. And then at the end of the day, we're here now. This bridge is being crossed, okay? You got a celebrity coach, which I've been pushing for the last 3 years. Everybody should get a celebrity coach, okay? That's the bank. Y'all know where I'm sitting at. You know how there's a saying, I'm rooting for everybody black? I'm rooting for all my celebrities. I'm rooting for all my celebrities. Okay, that's just what it comes down to. So again, yeah, you guys want Celebration Bowl championships. Yeah, you do. Okay, great. Congratulations. You want to win the Kissing Cousin Bowl. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. But again, okay, I'm gonna say this. This is my thing. I'm gonna say this. Prime worked. Deshaun Jackson worked. Hugh Jackson was like I thought it was going to work because he had a great. If you give you gave Mickey Joseph 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think you gave Mickey Joseph 3 years. Year 3 with Hugh Jackson probably would have looked the same thing because he would have got rid of his defensive coordinator. You see what I'm saying? So that was the problem with Hugh Jackson's team is he couldn't stop a nosebleed. He could score. He had talent. We all seen Vic. It's not that Vic didn't work. It's Vic hasn't worked, right? He's in year 1. Listen, it's the same thing. I said get rid of. Okay, time out. I was just here last week talking about I don't like how Sam Shade has looked in Alabama A&M. Everybody's like, Scotty, it's only his first year. Scotty, it's only his first year. And then, but on the flip side to Michael Vick, everybody like, oh, it ain't work. How is that not the same thing? If we doing 1 year coaches, like he a 1 year coach, Vic a 1 year coach, A&M a one. And if I'm being honest, it looks even worse on Sam Shade because he's coached before. He has coached before. He has led a program before. This is Mickey's second year? I thought it. Let me see. Let me double check this. Mickey Joseph. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Second year. Yeah. So he's doing well in the second year, right? Great second year. All right. Let me take this caller. 8572 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's goody?
Man, so you saying they gonna go get Mr. Showtime himself, Marshall Faulk.
That's what all the rumors are saying. Yep.
I know Perry gonna be mad. I know Coach Cole gonna be mad. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing about coaching is making sure you get the right coordinator and position coach. If you get the right people, do what Deshaun did, get a guy who sees it, understands it, can really show you where to go and get the right kind of personnel. Because I definitely think, man, you can win the Southern because I never forget what Nick Saban said years ago. Louisiana got so much talent there that you can win.
Mm-hmm.
I never forget what he said when he got there, when he left Michigan State and he went down to Louisiana, man, to LSU. He said, as long as I can recruit in this area, I'm gonna win. I'm in the South. So man, I get it. Everybody talking about people jive, but the interview you did yesterday with Willie, man, showed me if you really truly passionate about what you do in your craft, you always have opportunity. Think about it. Willie gave you the blueprint. If anybody listened yesterday, you got to be willing to do the grunt work. You got to be willing to be a counselor, to be somebody's father, maybe be somebody's mother, somebody's pastor. But if you're passionate about what you do and you love ball, you got an opportunity. I think a lot of these coaches don't take advantage of the opportunity that they have, man. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised with Sam Shade too, man. I get it. You had to keep some of the people on the staff, but if you know that ain't working out, you need to start taking full control. You need to put the headset on. That's the reason why I like Trey Oliver, man, because even though he may not have won this year, you can see he was in every game. It wasn't like he just got blew out.
Facts.
But I got a question for you, man. Why weren't they scared? Why was Southern scared to throw that bag at him, man? Because I guarantee you, if you really want to be successful, you got to throw a bag at somebody's coach who's winning. Because it's going to be hard, but I'm with you. If Marshall come with the right mindset, and I don't think people realize you always listen to Marshall no ball. The thing I want to know, does Marshall have the people around him that can elevate his coaching and really show him what to do? Because if you get an opportunity, man, I think it can happen. And again, Scotty, man, I love your work, man. Tell Perry to be okay, man. But one thing, I'll tell you this. Terrence Gray should have never got that job.
Thank
man.
you. I completely agree.
Listen, you know why I'm going to say that, and people going to get mad at me because he didn't seem like he, you know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like he was ready for the moment. Even when I heard on the coach's corner when they had him last year after they brought him in, I couldn't really see that he was really bought into it, man. And guess what? Sometimes you got to take chances. Chances, you take chances, you got a chance to be a champion, man. Because think about it. Delaware State is showing you if you get the right person who buys into what it's all about,
it can change.
Revamp the thing.
It can change.
And like I say, he injected that energy. And I got before I get off. Who is that coach he got down there with him? The guy that was at Poly, man. I keep forgetting his name.
At Poly? Oh, you talking about Travis Clark?
Yeah, man. Listen, I got a friend of mine who played big. Was on the West Coast. He said that guy well respected through everybody out in California.
Well respected.
Listen, man, USC, UCLA, everybody respected it. And I'm gonna tell you when I knew it was on the popping when I saw his offensive line coach. Look at my man's pedigree, the offensive line coach. When he played in the league, then at multiple schools, multiple places, I knew then he knew what he was doing. Check the offensive line coach they got, man. One of the best in the business.
Yep.
I'll holler at you later.
Appreciate it. He's talking about Eugene Chung. Listen, I gotta agree with my boy, right? I gotta agree with him because the thing somebody says Delaware State is not comparable to Southern. It's not because Delaware State is in a worse situation. Like, you got to understand, Delaware State took a risk. There was no risk loss to Delaware State because they were in such a bad spot. So if Deshaun Jackson come in and loses, they've been a loser their whole life, right? But he came in and turned the program around, and now they're potentially in a championship. See, this is my thing. I remember, listen to me very carefully. And I see you, KP. Just give me some time. I remember I did a show when Dawson Odoms walked away and Southern didn't pay him what he wanted, and I walked away. And I had people calling in, and they were like, "I'm glad Dawson's gone. I'm glad this. I'm glad that." And I said it. I said it is not easy to win 9 games a year. It is not easy to win 8 games a year consistently. Because I said, would you rather have a guy like Jim Harbaugh at Michigan where he's always knocking on the door, but he never broke through until recently, which he got all the violations and stuff, but whatever. Or would you want somebody that never has you at the door? You're never knocking at a championship, right? So again, where Southern is right now, I think what Marshall Faulk does is A, he reinvigorates the fan base. 2, he triggers recruiting. He triggers it because, again, there's going to be some high-level talents from LSU that are in the portal that might need an opportunity. Some other kids from Edna Carr and all these powerhouses in Louisiana surrounding your schools, right? You got Missouri because he played in St. Louis, so you're going to have people from Missouri that want. It's going to be, again, you got to look at it in a large spectrum because, again, if Marshall Faulk comes in and turns your program around, I don't want to hear all these Southern people talking about, I knew it. No, you didn't, because you don't think it's a good hire. I think it's a solid hire because from where you're at right now, I'm going to let KP talk. KP, coming to you.
Wow. What's up, baby? What's going on with it, big baby?
What's up, KP? Talk to me.
Hey, man, we don't want that nigga, man. Get that nigga out of here, bro. We don't want that dude, bro. No, bro. No, this ain't it, man. I could understand we get him later on down the line, but we need a winner. We don't need nobody coming in and making this all their first project. We don't need no babysitter. We need somebody to come in, in the contention. We don't need a rebuild. This is not a rebuild phase for us right now.
It is a rebuild phase for you.
That's my take.
It is a
rebuild. Well, I'm saying it's a rebuild phase because of the record but you have a sleeping giant. It's kind of like a Jackson situation. You have talent that you can go pick and get, but with the right coach to bring the talent in and recruits in, you can get back to 8 wins. You can knock off the Pine Bluffs and the Bethunes. You know,
let me KP, hold on. Let me jump in here real quick. I'm sorry. I agree with you. I think Southern's a talented team. And I think let me just be honest. If you keep Darren Morris, I think Kelby is I think he has one more year, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody told me. If he does, that's great. If you got Kelby for another year, you keep Darren Morris, you keep Jackson, you keep Trey Holly. All you have to go do is find you a quarterback. Now, I know I'm saying it like it's easy, but when you have somebody like Marshall Faulk, it does become a little bit it just does come the talent that you weren't getting with a Terrence Graves, you will get with a Marshall Faulk. Now, I believe, and stay with me, I believe if you just had a better offensive scheme this year, you win more games. That's it. Like,
I will co-sign you. I'm with you on that.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, I think if you bring Marshall Faulk in with his offensive mind, again, it still comes back down to his staff. But what I would like to see is this. I would like to see Marshall and his staff be able to highlight the talent that is on this team, because I believe, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. I remember Marshall Faulk with the Colts. In the Colts, he was all they had. You remember them times? It was Peyton Manning. It was young Peyton Manning. It was he was all they had, and they built their offense around Marshall Faulk until they traded him. Right? I think Marshall Faulk understands, hey, listen, I got this. Hey, let's do this. Let's try to implement this. I want to run this with the talent that we have. And I think you'll see that from Marshall Faulk, which you did not see from Terrence Graves and Eric Dooley. You see what Eric Dooley is even at the Division II level. Once you figure him out, he don't change. And that's why he was losing games down the stretch, because people started to figure him and Noah out. And I think when you bring in Marshall Faulk, I hope I'm hoping that they bring in some complexity to the offense, which fits your talent. But go ahead. It's all you, KP. I'll let you go.
Everything you said, you are 100% right. If I'm going to be on board, this is what I would look with this hire. I don't want no SWAC affiliate coaches. I don't want nobody that was in the SWAC for 20 years, 10 years, 1 day, 2 days on your staff. I don't even want the uniform to say SWAC if they don't have to. I don't want nothing with SWAC on this bit. If you're going to do this hire, clean everybody out. I want new management. I want new PA systems. Everybody gone. But my thing was with the hire, man. I don't know if it's a lazy hire, man. I'm not feeling it, man. I'm just like, but we're not a science project. We need somebody to come in and get this program back to life. And my white man, I just look at it strategically. Ain't no SWAC coaches beating no white man. You can go pluck one from McNeese, ULL. Ain't no SWAC coaches beating no white man. That's my thing. Get this white man in. Let him clean this shit up. Let him bring in his O-line, all white boys, 380. And we can just come on and let me ask you this, Scotty. Do you think Marshall Faulk will put Southern? Because right now, we at the point right now, I think the fan base, we ain't SWAC. We don't want to be SWAC good. We want to be FCS good. Can Marshall Faulk put the program into that space? In your opinion?
I don't think it's hard to listen. I know I said it's a rebuild, but what I mean by that is it's a philosophy rebuild, right? Just like what we want to look like. Listen, man, it was not that many good teams in the SWAC. Ask PV, they beat all the bad ones. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you just beat who you're supposed to beat, you now become in contention. And now all you're asking Marshall Faulk is to make you competitive against Jackson, to make you competitive against, bro, like PV beat y'all, 21-7, 21-6? It wasn't, they didn't mollywop you. You know what I'm saying? So again, all you're asking Marshall Faulk to do is to make you competitive year one and beat the teams you're supposed to beat and be competitive against the teams you aren't supposed to be competitive against, which it really is just Jackson at this point. It's not even Alabama State. It's really just Jackson. Because they're the most complete team at this point right now. Alabama State is all offense, no defense. Maybe it'll flip next year. We don't know, right? But as of right now, they're all offense, no defense. It's really Jackson. That is really what it comes down to. Can you compete against Jackson? And if you're competitive against Jackson, you be competitive with everybody else.
That's fair, man. I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna move to the side. I just think, man, and it's just me. And other Southern Knights can be cool with the hire. I'm looking from it in a standpoint where it's just like, bro, I just need this white man to keep this program to. I don't want to be with the SWAC team that right now. I don't want to be in the same bucket. We need to be. Hey, I need the 18th seed. We need to be ranked number 8, top 10 in the FCS. We at this point right now, and I think that. I don't know if Marshall can get us over that hump, man. I don't know the guy. I'm just speculating. He hadn't coached down. He hadn't, recruited a player yet. I'm just speculating from how I look on the outside. I'm looking at the pretty girl. She looks pretty, but she's dumb as rocks. I need you to be pretty, and I need you to be smart. And I don't know if Marshall have those two features. He's pretty. It's a pretty hire. Go ahead.
I disagree. I think it's the opposite. I don't think it's a pretty hire because. It like Tyrann Mathieu is a pretty hire. If you don't know, right? You give like Tyrann Mathieu is a pretty hire. Like I would have loved. Listen, I don't give a damn if y'all went 0-11. I'll be like Tyrann Mathieu. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Marshall Faulk is a pretty hire. I think Marshall Faulk is it's not a football hire.
Safe hire.
It's a safe hire, right? Like it's like not too celebrity and not too football-y. It's like right in the middle. And to me, I think Marshall comes in as and no disrespect to Marshall, I don't know him like that, but I feel like he's going to come in like the nerd of football. Like, hey, I see this. Let's do this. I want this. Let's do that. But again, it's all going to come down to his staff. That OC and DC are going to be so important. I can't stress enough. I cannot stress enough. Listen, I agree with you. I don't think you keep anybody from this staff. You might have to keep I would keep a young guy just so the young guy can tell me who on this team is decent, who on this team can play, somebody like that. But everybody got to go. Everybody. And the biggest thing I think, if I'm Marshall Faulk, I would tell Tony Clayton, I need a recruiting general manager. Because again, I'm not a recruiter. He's not a recruiter. Yeah. So he just has to start putting things in place very quickly because, mind you, December is signing day for high school. January is the portal. He don't got time to play.
No, he don't.
He don't got no time to play. I think the
advantage that he had.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. I was done. Go ahead.
I was going to say the advantage I think he has, the thing he got in his back pocket, I think he has Tony's support. I think Tony gonna open up the checkbook and let him know, okay, you can go get your OC. We can find your DC that's not SWAC affiliate. Please don't get one that's been in this conference for 20 years. Find somebody that we never heard of, but he put numbers on. He put up numbers outside the conference somewhere in a bigger conference with competitive players. Go get someone like that we had never seen or heard the name from. Well, we have to go scout this guy, look at tape on him. I don't want nobody in this SWAC. Please don't. So I'm closing, man. But I just think it's a safe hire. I don't know if the pretty girl got the brain smart. I just think like, man, we not a science project. We're not experiment. We just need somebody that know what they're doing. I'm gonna give you this car. This car already ready to go. You just need to drive it. I don't need you looking under there trying to find out how to drive this car. If it's a shift, it's an auto start. You need to come in this thing and know how to drive this car because people ready to roll. We ain't got time to be looking for you to get your seatbelt ready. I'm ready to get taken off on 100 miles per hour on this thing. And I just think Marshall, it may be good. It may turn out at the end good. I hope it does. But I just think, man, it may be the lights might be too bright for him here, man.
The lights, I know the lights might be too bright for Marshall Faulk, the Hall of Famer. Come on, KP.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the lights might be bright because he's on the coaching side, and the fans they antsy. The Southernites antsy, man. They hungry. And you lose 2 straight out the gate. Your fan base gone. Ain't no, man, we got time, we giving them time. No, this is your boy. You hired him. We looking for results right now, week 3. That's why I said the lights may be too bright, the pressure may be too.
I'll say this. I disagree with you. I think I respectfully disagree. I think if Marshall Faulk has a team that looks good but just can't finish, I think that's okay for year 1. I'm
with you.
If you go into Jackson and you lose to Jackson 35-38, that is not a bad showing. It's losing to Jackson.
It's not.
It's losing to Jackson 3-38. If you go into PV and you lose the PV 28-24, it looks completely different than looking like, why are we not running the ball with Trey Holly? Why is Cam McCoy still passing the ball? It has to look a certain way. That's what I'm saying to y'all. I get it. Everything's not going to be dress like, because I know Deshaun Jackson and the primes, and I get all that. But I do believe that if it looks better, you can stem off that. My biggest thing is the defensive coordinator. Who is going to be the DC and how is it going to be ran? But KP, call back in if you want to keep going. I'm gonna get some other people.
Go ahead. I'm jumping off. Go ahead, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Smash coming to you, then Zoe coming to you. I see you, Mr. Sergeant. I see you, Uncle Willie. Smash coming to you.
What's up, Scotty? Let me tell you, first out the gate, I mean, I'm cool with the hire. Cool with it. But just because I'm cool with it, that don't mean I still got a lot to say about it. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like Marshall Faulk name been available, you know what I'm saying? Before we give it to Graves, you know what I'm saying? I also feel like if you give it to Marshall Faulk, what was the difference between Marshall Faulk, Ed Reed, and what the other guy name is? What's his name? You know, Teddy. Well, what's the difference? Let me tell you what the difference is. Marshall a lot older, he could appease to the older alumni who really run shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you'd have gave us somebody who was younger, that would have brought a new fire that Southern need. Now, just how you said verbatim, Scotty. This other team wasn't bad. We just needed an offense that could move the ball and have more schemes. Anybody who knew how to coach for real could have did that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of indifferent about it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
But I would have liked somebody like a more spicy name. How you said Tyron name would have been off the charts.
Woo!
Now, give me something like that, because now everything this guy always preach about, you get the perks of the people going to donate, get us new facilities, get us. Granted, we already got that shit at Southern, but give me somebody who gonna make that shit go 10 times better.
Yeah.
Just in case you lose, we still benefit at the end. I ain't saying Marshall can't do that, because you never know who might support Marshall. He is an NFL legend, you know what I'm saying? It's in the third. But I just wanted something more spicy if we gonna go to celebrity, because if that's the case, you should have been with celebrity. I feel like I'm saying myth only because you didn't want to follow the trend. Now when we are back against the wall, you want to do this to kind of appease the people. No, if we gonna do it, let's do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a bad hire. I'm just saying, nigga, if we gonna do it, let's do it. Let's not give it to Marshall, because you know what I'm saying, he older, and you know what I'm saying. So it's a win. But what's gonna piss me off even more is you said I said if Tyron would have got it and we would have got these facilities and everybody look all spicy. Let's say Marshall start losing. We got a fan base that don't give a fuck that you Marshall for. It's still gonna be away. You know what I'm saying? So I would have just rather us did it bigger than just doing this safe shit. But I'm okay with it because we struggling. You know what I'm saying? We need anything. So what you think about this, guy?
No, I think you're making a great point. I think if you go Tyrann Mathieu, it's going for the gusto, right? Like if we win
already, we have a fire fan base.
Yeah,
you know
if we win, it just takes it to a whole nother level, because now you're just not appeasing the Baton Rouge and Southern, you're appeasing to LSU. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you're getting LSU fans to come down to Southern to watch Tyrann Mathieu coach, and now you're adding to that fan base. The thing for me is this. It comes down to Marshall Faulk's personality. How does his personality fit with Southern? If Marshall Faulk, to me, comes off like the church guy, right? Like, just like, and
exactly.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna cut you off, honestly, ask yourself honestly, do you think, just be for real, the most fire running back coming out of high school right now, senior year, do you really think he know who Marshall Faulk is? Honestly.
No, he doesn't.
You understand what I'm saying with that? Do you think you know who Tyron is? Do you think you know who fucking Teddy Bridgewater is? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's all I'm not. And once again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm against the hike. Once again, I say I'm cool with it. Let's see what he do. He from New Orleans. Let's rock it out. You know what I'm saying? You never know. We may get a college game day come. You know what I'm saying? But I just know if we gonna. That's what I hate about something. If we gonna do the damn thing, let's fucking do it. Let's stop like this patching shit up. Much as if you might not think it, this is a patch. It's a celebrity and it's, you know, I ain't gonna say yes, but he's just old. He can understand the older people at the top. But if we gonna do the damn thing, let's do it. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's
like,
fair.
That's all, but let's rock with it. I'm not against it. Let him give him a shot. You know, I'm diehard Southern no matter what. But I was just expecting that we was gonna do that shit. Let's do it big, man. I ain't saying Marshall not big, but you understand what I'm saying.
My thing is, I hope I'm wrong about Marshall Faulk's personality. I think what I was hoping that Southern went and got was a bravado type of, like, you guys needed a Chinnisberry. You guys need a Trey Oliver. You guys need a brash, in my opinion, I think you guys need that brash vocal coach because the fan base you guys are just as like kind of cult-like as Jackson, to where whatever your coach say is yeah, we stand on that, Scotty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? And I just feel like,
I know you said Jackson too. I feel like this. I feel like we really didn't need a celebrity. We just needed a nigga who know how to coach. Honestly, think about it. We didn't need a celebrity. That's the celebrity part of it. We didn't need a celebrity. We just needed a nigga who knew how to coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who could scheme it up. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying, bro. And I feel like that's what I mean by y'all. Like, I see y'all in the comments. If we was gonna do it, let's do that shit big and let's get the perks off. But let's get, man, Tyron. And I graduated high school, Tyron. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
if it would have been somebody like a Teddy, Tyron, or even fucking Ed Reed, we got to keep everybody coming out to the game. You know, everything that they doing for Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick, that roll out. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I'm a Jag tie die. It is what it is. But that's what I'm saying. But Marshall, what do you think? Do you think Marshall will bring a QB? That's not stuff right there. I'm going Scotty. That's all I had to say.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, Zoe, coming to you. Hold on, here you go. Hey, Zoe, you live.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, look, I'm gonna be brief instead of work. If it's true, I love the hire. I think it's a home run, to be honest. And I heard Smash talk about, you talk about the personality. Honestly, for Southern, I know what we want to look like. Personality won't matter. As long as they win, them damn beige bastards down, they can do all the talking for them. So, all they need is a coach to come in and win. I hope with his cachet and his temperament, I hope he does come in because this conference needs it. And we can actually have the boombox being what it used to be, what I'm used to. And we need Southern to be competitive because ain't nothing better for me than to beat a good, when they beat them beige bastards when they think they're good. So I will be there for Southern. I beat them when they are too, but I prefer to beat them when they really good.
Hey, you're breaking up, Zoe. Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, man.
My bad. I was hearing that.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm saying, so if all four of the blue bloods are good, then it's gonna make for a stronger slate. And so, like most people, I prefer that. I'm saying we need the top half of the conference to be good. We got 12. We need a solid.
Yeah, I gotta let you go, Zoe. It's breaking up a little too bad. Let me tell you. Listen. Well, Caden Salter, if he's at Southern, it works because he'll probably be one of the best quarterbacks in the SWAC. But if I'm Caden Salter, I'm not going to Southern. Like, I don't need to go to Southern. I just came from Liberty. Like, he could go back to G4, G5 before he goes to Southern. You know what I'm saying? But again, he might want to. He just might want an opportunity to play. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It could be possible. Mr. Sargent, coming to you.
Scotty, what's up, sir?
What's up, Mr. Sargent? Talk to me.
Well, first of all, I agree with some of the other people who called. I think they didn't go big enough with this hire, right? And I'm also, gosh, man, particularly coming off your show yesterday, I hope he fits into the HBCU culture per Willie Simmons, right? I mean, that was some just incredible wisdom. That was like almost Proverbs chapter 32, right? how to be a coach at HBCU. I hope the Marshall Faulk personality fits into HBCU culture there at Southern. I think that's going to be important. A couple of things. One, or a prediction, and I don't like to make predictions too much because this is not really my area of expertise. I predict that eventually, within the next 30 days, you're going to hear from Coach Green.
Oh God.
Sorry, I had to stick it to him. All right. Number two, bruh, I'm trying to figure out why you on split screen with Perry White. But of course, we do have his reaction when you said, "What do you think about Marshall Faulk?" He kind of looked at the screen all dead for a few minutes. So I hope that this is a rumor. Personally, I hope they go bigger. I think they need to go way bigger. And then I hope that the commissioner learns his lesson from the missed opportunity with Coach Prime. He needs to make sure he blows this up, and he needs to really come out and say, hey, this is the SWAC versus everybody. We got some great coaches. We're going to dominate the Southland and dominate all the other conferences. So, encourage all of the other teams to step up on their scheduling. And I hope he just bans internal non-conference games. Scotty, that's all I got for you, but I can't wait to hear what Blue has to say about this and what Perry does too. As always, sir, great show.
Hey, appreciate
Peace.
it. Now, listen, I want to be very clear. This is not official. It is through back channels that I've heard that have congratulated. So again, for me, if it ain't official, it ain't official. I'm just telling you from the back channels that I know that it is very, very, it's supposed to be a done deal. I'm just telling you that from the back channels that I know that have come through for me, right? It's supposed to be a done deal. So it's just me getting up on here telling y'all it's a done deal. So if you need to wait for ESPN, if you need to wait till whoever, whatever, there's not too many times that I've missed. I'm just going to tell you that. If anybody's watched this channel long enough, my hit rate is way higher than my miss rate. All right. Uncle Willie, coming to you.
Hey, Scotty, thank you for taking my call. I've been wanting to talk to you and Zoe about this particular topic for the last 2 weeks. You asked a question, what can be done in the SWAC? First of all, before I forget, I'm not going to forget this part, but before I forget, I heard a guy, one of the first callers on, talking about they don't want nobody from the SWAC. Soon as you get somebody that's not from the SWAC, don't know the fucking culture, then you're going to be crying. See, Scotty, you new to this thing, and I know just last year, you were thinking about leaving this space, but I know you glad that you stayed, and you can see with all the teams that, with all the schools, you see the talent that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem that we have, and I've been saying this for 30 years, is the coaching. Jackson State had a coach. You hear Zoe talk about Comagese and W.C. Gordon. After those guys left, the coaching in the SWAC went way down. I think, in my personal opinion, Dawson Odom was the best coach Southern had. Robinson was the best coach Grambling had. Gunsling was the best coach Valley had. Carson was the best coach Alcorn had. You see, we got to have that type of continuity in the SWAC in order to develop. Everybody's not going to get. I'm going to tell you something, people. Yes, I'm a Jackson State fan, and I'm glad that we have TC. I got a chance to see that fella play, both quarterback and receiver. He's a great recruiter, and he's a great coach. By the way, if you're listening to TC, the championship game and the Celebration Bowl, you need to call the offense. But back to what I've got to say. Scotty, you was right. You've been saying this for the last 3 years. It's the coaching in the SWAC. It's not really the talent. It's the coaching that's in the SWAC. I don't mind a white coach coming in if he wants to be there. If he wants to be at those schools, I don't mind a white coach coming in. But this white validation that a lot of these people are doing, they just throwing it out there because they want that white validation. You got to have a coach that's going to really want to be there and be down in the nitty shitty with these brothers. You can't just go and get, just because they're a white coach don't mean shit. There's a ton of white colleges, white coaches out there got shitty ass programs. Y'all need to get off that bullshit. What you need is a good quality coach. Now I'm going to tell you what's going on with the SWAC, Scotty. Because you got professional ball players, Hall of Fame ball players that come out the SWAC. The thing is, if they don't go to a PWI, they're just not interested in coaching. And we're going to have to try to change that some kind of way. We're going to have to try to maneuver around that some kind of way and get good quality coaches in. you talk about one celebrity, they might need to have two celebrities on the staff, 2 or 3 celebrities on the staff, one coach offense, defense, whatever, and put that shit together and make it work. But we have too much talent in this conference and in the MEAC conference for us to have mediocre ass coaching. And that's what that is mediocre coaching. Everything you've been saying, yeah, Scotty don't miss that much. When Scotty say something, you can almost bank on it. That's what us Scorpios do. My birthday was last Thursday, Scotty.
Happy belated.
You see it. Yeah. But yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you guys. I'm gonna wait till you get Zoe on again, then I'm gonna try to call in. But yeah, that's what's going on with the SWAC, man. It's the lack of coaching. Now, Southern, if you do, I understand what you're saying. I would have preferred crazy man. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I would have preferred Ed Reed or the Honey Badger, because they're from that area, and they're a lot bigger name, and they'll get a lot more athletes that come in through their name. They have a lot more connections, I believe. Marshall Faulk I think he's a decent hire, but he needs to go and he needs to hire another big name to run that defense. But overall, the SWAC need to go and improve their coaching. Y'all know everybody's not going to get a TC Taylor to be able to recruit and coach and do the same things that he done. That's just an exceptional thing that we had.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it. But everybody's not going to be able to do that. And you're not going to be able to just go pick up any old white man, any old Edomite out there, and he's going to go and coach your team to a winning championship. You got to get somebody that want to be there, and somebody that's going to buy into the culture and understand the culture and know how to deal with those kids, with those guys. I don't hate to call them kids, but deal with those athletes. But that's all I have for right now, Scotty. I'm gonna wait to you and Zoe get on, and I'll pick up on a more intelligent part of the conversation then. But yeah, the coaching. Thank you for taking my comment.
Anytime, Uncle Willie, appreciate it. KP, I'm coming to you next. I see you, Cal. Let me say this. Is this the new formula? Like, again, will it become the formula to just reignite programs, right? Because again, I think you can't look at it. You got to look at it as coaches, NFL players are going to look at HBCUs like, like practice, right? But again, I think, and just bear with me when I say this, yeah, they might look at it like practice, but when they get there and they get and they get whooped on and they get beat down and it don't come as easy as they thought, I think the realization starts to set in like, oh shit, I think I'm over my head. Because again, I look at it like this. If you can't win at an Alabama State or Alabama A&M, when it's not like the dynamics aren't like, you like some schools spending 30 million, you spending 10 million. I think it just shows that you're just really not ready to coach. I really believe that. I mean, that's how I look at it. Like if you come into this space like Deshaun Jackson came into the space, ran the table, did what he was supposed to do. He's ready to be a head coach. Why? Because he understood where he was limited at. He got a damn good staff and he put it all together. My thing is this. Marshall Faulk will have to know what he doesn't know. And with that, you have to go into it. I think this, whoever goes on Marshall Faulk's staff, somebody has to have been a head coach before. I don't think it would be very if I was talking to Marshall and I was his agent or whatever, I would say, listen, you have to have head coaches on your staff, former head coaches on your staff. Why? Because they'll let you know how to do the day-to-day. They'll let you know how to install a culture. They'll let you know how to run practices and how to do all these. Yes, you've been in the league, and yes, you've been a part of it, but you've never been in the background of how to install it all, how to install an offense, how to install practices, how to manage your meetings, how to manage recruiting, how to manage. He's got to have former success. Yeah. former successful. Listen, and they don't have to be college. You're seeing it with Travis Clark with Deshaun Jackson. He never coached college. He had been a high school head coach. He had turned around 3 programs in California and got it going there. I think hiring Coach Flea will be a great hire. I think he will be a great assistant head coach to kind of understand. He understands the landscape. That's a great suggestion, Mr. Campbell. I think that would be a great hire. Great hire, right? So it's that for me. So I think if he wants to go get one of the head coaches at Edna Carr to come up who's won championships, that's fine. If he wants to go get maybe a group of 5 coach or a former city, maybe somebody who's an assistant at a Power 4 or G5 that has been a former head coach, like go get somebody around those paths and those lines so he can kind of get it all together of what he needs. And listen, you always have Dion to lean back on to tell him, hey, this is how I did it. This is how I will go about it, right? So KP, coming to you.
Why? What's up, man? Let me address my boy. I was the caller who owned his white train. So let me lay down law. I don't want no any white man. Let me just kill that noise right now because I see where the narrative going. I said I want a winning coach that is a white man. I ain't saying go get Joe Land on the curve. I want a white man who I know these black coaches in the SWAC can't beat. You ain't a SWAC coach, black coach ain't beat a white coach a winning program, and I don't know when.
Hold on, KP.
That man came from
Hold on, KP. I got breaking news. The DC that is coming with Marshall Faulk to Southern is Ryan Lewis. If you don't know who that is, that was Alabama State's defensive coordinator the last 2 years when they were #1 in FCS. Oh my God, what a hire. That's how you come into this space and you say, you know what? I'm going to go get me a guy. That's how you go get you a guy. That is a damn good hire off the rip. That's how you come in this space and say, I got to go get me a guy. I'm sorry, KP. I'm sorry I'm yelling in your ear. Oh, that's a good hire.
Nah, you good, boy.
That's a damn good hire. Woo! Go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, you good, man. I'm just going to address what my boy said. White man came to Alcorn, ran the table. So it ain't just going to get no any white man. I'm just saying get a winning white man. Knowing the SWAC, what you mean in metrics knowing the SWAC? This is a conference. You don't have to know. You already scout teams. You don't need to know the conference. You're a coach. You need to win games. So I'm not sure where my boy went with that. And as far as having this, you got to know the SWAC, this and that. Why he telling them what Southern needs? You worry about what Jackson State needs. You got TC. You deal with that. We over here handling Southern business. I mean, I understand. I appreciate the opinion, but we don't take opinions from outsiders. We good, bro. So all this back and forth about what we need and we need a white man and all that. I'm not subscribing to the white ice is better. I'm just saying let's go try something different. Ain't nothing wrong with trying something different. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just want to address my boy with that situation. I ain't no B, but I just want to clear up some stuff that he may have misunderstood where I was coming from. I just want to lay down low and make sure he understands where I'm coming from. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man, go ahead. Good show, man. I just had to jump online and let that be known.
Appreciate it. Let me see. This is when people don't know what they be talking about. See, I hate when people don't know what they talking about. Let me school you real quick, Quentin Major, because your guy don't know how to do defense anyway. We all understand that your guy don't know how to do defense. UAB as the top FCS defensive coordinator to the staff. He was not the DC at UAB. He became the DB coach. Lewis is regarded as one of the rising stars in the profession. At a 3-year stint, the Hornets post numerous top 10 ranking FCSs. Alabama State has ranked among the top 10 nationally in scoring defense. The past year, the Hornets ranked top 10 across the board while going 7-5, placing 3rd in total defense, 8 in rushing, 7th in passing, and 5th in scoring. What are you talking about, Quentin? Go on somewhere, boy. Go on somewhere, Calvin. Coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's good?
I've been trying to catch a live show for a minute. Happy belated. You're still a Scorpio like myself.
Got you.
Somebody reported that Clutch Sports, they shouted you out as a source. Go to clutchsports.com. They got you on the tomorrow. Marshall Faulk supposed to be the next head coach.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, let me start the pleasures to get out the way. First of all, fuck Southern. I hope y'all hire a trash ass coach. I can't stand y'all bastards. But the SWAC does need Southern, Jackson State, Grambling, and FAMU to be good every year. We need those schools to be the consistent powers to be in the SWAC. What do you think of Tremaine Jackson jumping ship from PV to like a Southern?
What? What are you talking? Why would he do that?
I mean, I just say, would that make more sense to you? He's a proven winner. It's not as a gamble as hiring Marshall Faulk.
Oh, okay. No, because the buyout was too. I heard the buyout was crazy for Tremaine Jackson.
And there are 5 Division II HBCUs in the playoffs. Wouldn't they think to get one of those guys? They doing a damn thing Division II. I have never heard in my life of 5 Division II HBCUs in playoffs. I'd rather get somebody from one of those programs, at Kentucky State, at Albany State. Does ties matter to the state of Louisiana that much?
Listen.
Or would you rather take a proven commodity? Marshall, how long? When was the last time Marshall Faulk actually lived in Louisiana? 40 years ago?
You gotta live in Louisiana to know Louisiana. I haven't lived in Maryland in like 15 years. I know Maryland like the back of my hand. What are you talking about?
Ultimately, how much does that recruiting pay off?
If you know, listen, man, if you know, okay, if you're from the area, you know people from the area. So what do? Hey, man, hey, what high school popping off? I remember when I was down here, it was this in high school. What are those high schools still the powerhouses? Nah, bro. Nah, the new one. Hey, you know that school that they was building on North Central? Yeah. Oh, that jank popping. Or that's how it works. Like, come on, man. Like, are we serious right now? Like, is that what you going with? I get you. I get you on the Division II and getting a known commodity. But look at A&M with Sam Shade. That's not a guarantee. Not everybody chin is Barry. They come in year 1 and run the table. So again, and we don't know what that's going to look like in year 2, based off what it looked like in year 1. So you could hire a Higgins or a Quinn Gray. I think Quinn Gray is probably the more solid hire because he's probably going to bring a quarterback with him, right? But other than that, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee with Marshall Faulk.
That's true. There is no guarantee. But I'd rather stack my chips and hedge my bets, so to speak.
I mean, the only thing you're hedging your bets on is that he's coached before. That's it. He's coached and he's won, but it's not. He hasn't even won on the level that you need him to win on. That's what I'm saying. So you really do not know. You really don't know how good he's really going to be. You just really don't know.
But in your defense, he does have resources from the NFL Network. NFL, I know he does have resources from coming from that perspective. Some maybe a smaller scale than Prime.
I think it's a way smaller scale than Prime. But appreciate the call, Cal. Appreciate the call. You wasting my time. 8605 coming to you.
All right. Hello. My name is Daniel. I'm one of the many 12 fans of PV. Go PV.
The mini
PV
12
versus everybody all day.
The mini
one
12.
Of the many 12 fans. Hey, real quick. Just like great show yesterday, but just how Willie Simmons broke it down yesterday. HBCU football is a safe space. It's like he was saying, it was a niche. What Marshall Faulk does is add a relevant conduit to the NFL, which I would assume most students who play college football want to ascend to the next level.
Facts.
If you can remember, during the NFL draft back in the day when Marshall Faulk was an analyst there, he was a in-depth analyst at, I would say, almost every NFL draft. And if you were to listen to him, he knows football. Then he's homegrown from Louisiana. And just, unlike the other caller, and I'm not a hater, but if you're from where you're from, you know where you're from.
Thank you.
You know where the talent is.
Thank
you.
you.
Know where the talent is. You born and bred. I'm from San Antonio, born and bred, represented to the fullest, even till after I'm dead. So I think Marshall Faulk is a great pickup. He's just gonna have to wait when PV wins, like after we win like about 4 celebration bowls.
Stop.
Go PV.
Stop. You guys are allergic to the postseason. Let's not play this game. Like you guys are just this powerhouse.
No. Now, you know what's interesting though, and I'll be real quick. I'm not gonna, because other people need to call. PV's fans have always had this type of swagger. It's just new to y'all.
What swagger is that?
PV versus everybody. I went to PV like I got there in 89. I was there in the 90s. We used to get drove, but we would heckle. We knew we were going to get beat, but we still heckled every game.
And how many people were at those games?
Back in the day, Now you got to understand, if you're thinking basketball, we filled our baby dome. But if you're looking at football, we didn't really have a stadium. So I was one of these fans that basically, after partying and all of that, I couldn't wake up early enough to get into the small stadium that we have. We're really new to having a stadium. Also, we kind of suffer from being far out west as we are. Like our closest SWAC opponent is what? TSU, that's okay, an hour away. The next you got Southern, that's 4 hours away. That's a doable drive. Grambling, we played him in Dallas. That's a doable drive. But if we want to play any school in Mississippi, you got 9 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours.
Sir. Nobody's telling y'all about. I don't care about you traveling. I care about people showing up to your home games. I don't care about y'all how y'all travel.
Oh, okay.
Nobody shows up to your home games.
Right. Again, all of this is new because if you saw a previous Blackshear field, you couldn't really get in there. But now we have a stadium like what? We got our stadium like I think 2016 or something like that. We're still getting used to that, where most of these other programs
we're still getting.
their stadiums.
Are you kidding me? You sound like somebody married that's been sleeping with their wife for 6 years. I still don't know how she like it. Like, what are we talking about right now? How long have you had that stadium?
I would say, I want to say maybe 2016, 2017.
You've had
maybe.
that stadium for over, well, let's just say 9 years. And you're telling me you don't know what to do with it? No, sir. You guys are used to being losers. You lose the postseason habitually in football. All you Bamas care about is basketball, and that's why you got 12 fans. Thank you for your call, PV. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Stop it. Mr. Bugs, coming to you.
What's going on, Scott? How you doing? Big time, you all right, brother?
I'm doing well. I just get these PV fans off my line, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. That phone call, that caller need to go ahead and stop sipping on the sipper, on the serve, for real.
Jesus.
Ridiculous. I think this is a great hire from a business standpoint, a PR standpoint. Let me ask you a question, Scott. When you in Philly with the Norfolk State and there was a game, how was the atmosphere?
It was electric. I'm telling you, all the stars were out. All the stars were out. It was a packed house. It was everything you could imagine. I'm telling you, it was lit. It was lit.
Gotcha. Now, was that because the teams were there? Was it because the two head coaches leading the teams that were there?
It was because of the 2 head coaches. And I mean, yeah, it was because of the 2 head coaches. That game does not. First of all, that game doesn't go to the Eagle Stadium if neither one of them are coaching. That's number one. But go ahead.
So exactly. So HBCU fans, respectfully, when you get a shot to sign a name like Marshall Faulk, right? You take it. Now I heard some callers saying, we don't know if he's going to be good enough. Okay, let's look at your history. You've hired people that you thought were good enough. There were former HBCU head coaches in the SWAC or other conferences, and they've been ass. So we've tried that way before. Don't you think it's wise to try a different type of style, of coaching style? And if it don't work, go back to what you know. Go back to what you know. But I would say from Prime to Deshaun Jackson, we're still waiting on Vic. I would say it's working. Would you agree or would you not agree?
I would agree because, I mean, Norfolk said that's the highest homecoming attendance they've ever had, even with them losing. So imagine if they start winning with Vic. Delaware State has never been in this position. I don't know the last time they've been in this position winning, right? So I think maybe since 2012 or maybe 2009, something crazy like that. So again, it has been a benefit to them. I don't know if Marshall Faulk brings in the prime effect, but I mean like the full-fledged prime effect. But what I do know is I think regionally it is a prime effect. I don't think nationally it's a prime effect, but regionally in the state of Louisiana, I think it is a big deal, and he will be able to get talent and to drum up that fan and drum up those recruits and those parents who have kids who watch Marshall Faulk. I think it's big time for them. I don't think it's going to be on a national scale. Yeah, it'll be on the ESPN ticker, but it won't be something that's talked about as much as Prime was.
Sure, I get that. Prime is Prime. He's a different beast, which is fine. But Faulk is still a name, and that name can carry weight in Baton Rouge, which is fine. Now, I got to say, Southern fans, what you complaining about? Just see if it works. You tried it the other way, it's been ass.
Yeah.
It's been horse, but it's been trash, right? You were complaining about this same thing, right, this year, and your boy got fired in the middle of the year. So now we want to do the exact same thing, and we want a different type of result. That's called being asinine. It's called being foolish. Now, another question real fast, Scotty. When will Ed Reed get a goddamn shot, bro?
Listen, man, it's like one of those things where, and we all black, so we understand. It's like if your uncle comes to the Thanksgiving drunk and starts putting people's business out there, you're going to be hesitant to invite him to the next Thanksgiving dinner. Like, that's just what it is, right? So that's where Ed Reed is at. Ed Reed is that drunk uncle that you're like, I really like him around, but he be doing the most, man. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, but maybe can we? And then but that's where he's at. That's literally where he's at in the space of with black people, because it's like, is it worth happening again? Are we? Because it's like, again, if your drunk uncle comes drunk to the next Thanksgiving dinner, you be like, God damn it, I knew you was gonna do this. Why did I? You see what I'm saying? So HBCUs are in that same boat right now. They like, damn, like if Ed Reed comes and does it again, we're gonna look really dumb. So that's my whole pick. That's my whole 2 cents on it.
Do you think they ever get past it?
I think somebody will. I think Ed Reed is reinventing himself. If you see like stuff on Twitter, he's doing like film breakdowns and stuff like that. He's looking more and more polished. So I think he'll get another shot.
Well, hopefully. Now, do you think that the system, kind of what Prime did to Marshall Faulk, bringing him on the Colorado staff, do you believe that he'll bring Ed Reed onto his staff? And would that be a good move?
I think it'll be a damn good move. Because again, if you look at Vic's staff, and I'm gonna go back to Vic and Deshaun, and even Prime had. There is something to recruits when you can tell, like Nemo came on my platform and said, we have over 60 years of NFL experience on this staff, When Dion came into the space, he made it known. We have over 40 years of NFL experience on this staff. When Vic don't have that, it's literally just Vic. And to me, I think that I like that play. Now, if they bring in Ryan Lewis as a defensive coordinator, I heard it's like that's the number one candidate, so it's not a done deal. But if they bring him, I'm not mad at that because he's proven. But I'm not mad if you bring in Ed Reed either. Because again, if I'm Ed Reed, I take that role so people can believe in me that I really want to coach in this space. I think it's a smart play by Ed Reed. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to humble yourself to let people know, you know, I'm willing. And if you come out and you win with Marshall Faulk, who you think gonna be the next call? You.
Yeah. Now, would Ray Lewis? Ray Lewis do the same thing?
No. Ray Lewis would never do that. Never do it.
Cool, man. Love the show, man. Keep doing what you do, man. God bless you, brother.
Appreciate it, Mr. B. 91-97 coming to you.
Yo, what's up, Scott?
What's goody?
Ain't shit. Hey, so couple of things. One, I think I agree with you about, you know, him being home and all of that stuff, right? But I don't think that it's going to have a quote unquote prime effect, right? Because I don't think it'll have the same effect as even, you know, the Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick type of situation either. I think Marshall Faulk was kind of one of the low-key guys in his era, right? Respected, great, we all know him, but the way that Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson and, of course, you know, obviously Prime connected with, you know, just the culture, the community, was something that I don't think Marshall Faulk really did from what I remember. However, Marshall Faulk, out of those three, I think is the best X and O's guy. As the you know, the real getting down to the granular level of football, I think that Marshall Faulk does that very well offensively. I don't know much about his defensive acumen. But I think if he could recruit Louisiana, man, Louisiana is one of the best states in the country, you know, for football. Like, just think of all the guys that have came out of there within the past, you know, 10 years. You got Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, like the list goes on and on of talent that they have down there. So if he could get just a piece of that.
No, this is the thing where it comes to HBCUs, right? Like, you're not going to get that talent. You're not going to get the Jamar. Yeah, I get, right. So, but this is the thing. It's what FAMU did really well. FAMU in the Willie Simmons era, they would go in the portal and just tell kids who are from Tallahassee, come back home. Right, like, so if you was at Cali, if you was in Montana, if you was in Wyoming, hey, bro, just come back home. So to me, I think it's a bit of both. I think if Marshall gets into the portal and he finds those Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Shreveport kids, come back home. Just tell them to come back home. Like that. Now that is a play that I think will fall in his lap to get a lot of talent. You get what I'm saying? I think that's another way, and then especially recruiting high schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like, think about this, guy. Right, Devontae Smith, right? He's been on record talking about LSU was really his own. Right, so just imagine if he's on the next Devontae Smith kid. You know, the kid that's undersized, not really big. He's not the fastest guy in the world right now. If he could get those type of kids, right? Because, you know, getting the Jamar Chase, that's shooting for the stars. But if you could get, you know, the number 2 receiver on Jamar Chase's team that put up 900 yards, and then you get the right guys in there to develop them, along with what you're talking about, that plan of, you know, bringing guys home, just recruiting the state of Louisiana alone is just gold mine. That's why LSU coaches get fired so fast, right? Because if you can't win in Louisiana, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And question: how many years does Trey Holly have?
I think he has 2 more years.
So you know, that's big for him. You know, maybe that makes Trey Holly take a second and be like, okay, maybe this is the place I want to be. I can learn here. You know, whatever. I don't know.
I think Trey Holly pulls the same thing Gillis did, right? Like, Gillis could have jumped in the portal and dipped and left Delaware State, right? But he didn't. He stayed, and he saw the benefit of staying. right? So the benefit, I think Trey Holly has to stay. I mean, I wouldn't, I think it's beneficial for him to stay and listen to a Hall of Famer who went to San Diego State. He didn't go to the big school. He went to San Diego State and dominated, right? So, and
Right.
again, the way it is like Trey Holly, hey, stay with me another year, do what you do, and then make your jump. And you can go wherever you want in the country when you're a 1,200, 1,300 yard rusher, right? Because I believe Trey Holly
Now,
has
just
that
reminded
ability.
you just reminded me. He did go to San Diego State. He's a legend in Southern California. So, think about another pipeline that could be open just off the strength of that.
And again, maybe finding a former coach that used to coach at San Diego State or someone. Because I think the biggest thing for me, and again, it's come down to the DC, the strength and conditioning coach, because you got to have a damn good one. And offensively, I'm like, he can have an offensive coordinator just entitled, and it's going to be his offense and what he believes and what it should be. But defensive coordinator, strength and conditioning coach, and the O-line coach, those three pieces are the most important to me. And if he's able to get a general manager for recruiting, absolutely. And again, he's in that web of Colorado. So he understands there's a recruiting coordinator at Colorado. He probably, hey man, what do you think I need to make sure this works? And what do I need? He has those insights because again, Dion had to do it at all levels. So he can tell him, hey, listen, this is how I would approach it. This is how I will go for it. This is the type of players you need. You know what I'm saying? Blitz, do this, do that, get some deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to give him the blueprint of, hey, this is what we looked at and this is how we did it.
And I think another good thing about with that Colorado point, he's seeing what's not working at Colorado right now.
Facts. That's a great point. Great point.
So he's taking that home. So like you bring up the recruiting coordinator. I think that recruiting coordinator whole thing, I think both Dion and Bill Belichick have been bit by that position. I think you have to let football guys make the football decisions, right? General manager recruited. Okay, great. You set up the visits. You do the logistics with the family. Boom, boom. Cool.
Yeah.
But my coaches have to be the ones that are evaluating players and being the ones to offer those players because they know, right? But last two questions for you, and I'm gonna let you go. Question number one: how long does Southern give him to get this right? Because he's basically coming in pretty much bare. I mean, Southern ain't really been good for the past.
It's not bare.
Years.
It's not bare. It's
well, not bare, but I'm just saying he's got a long way to go.
I disagree. I'm so serious. Like, I know people might not think I'm joking. I don't think he has a long way to go. I think he just has to plug and play the right pieces. Like, if you're telling me who was more talented when they got the job, I would say over PV and Southern, I think Southern has more talent. Like, if you just give me the teams, just flat out, like, if you gave me a blind test and just say, hey, what team is more talented? I would have told you Southern was more talented. And I still believe they have talent. So to me, it's not about a full rebuild. It is, hey, let's get a better O-line. Let's add to the defense needs to be rebuilt. Yes, the defense needs to be rebuilt. Offensively, they're straight. You just plug and play guys. You can add a couple more receivers, add some running backs, and get a better quarterback. You're good. You're good. Defensively, to me is where they need to spend more time at making sure that's right. Because if you cannot stop the run in the SWAC, you're going to be here for a long day.
Facts. Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Would be, if you're Marshall Faulk, how are you building the team? What is your got to have this guy?
Quarterback.
Now? What position does that play? What does that look like?
Quarterback. You need listen, D-line and quarter, you have to find a quarterback. I know, listen, if Dion doesn't tell this Bama nothing else, he's going to say, listen, if you have the best quarterback, you're going to win. It's very simple. If you got the best quarterback, you're going to win or have a potential or have a chance to win. So you gotta find a quarterback. And then from there, hey, find you some D linemen, find you some linebackers, get you some corners. But that you got to be able to score and you got to have a quarterback. Point blank period. In the SWAC, you got to have a quarterback.
Facts. Well, yeah, man, appreciate the call. glad it's gonna be a interesting season next season.
Appreciate you. Zoe, coming to you.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Look, man, sorry about earlier. Now I was gonna say, man, if it's true, I love the hire for all the different reasons that we should love it. Look, I know that I heard what KP said earlier, and I totally disagree with his premise. The thing is, no matter what school it is, when we're looking for any coach, the reason why you want a proven winner, as we say, right?
Yeah.
Because we, in all things in life, we want what, Scotty? We want guarantees.
Guarantees.
Well, even if you got a proven winner, still is a guarantee he's going to come in there and win.
Jack, facts.
So the thing is with Marshall Faulk, it's all the optics, right? Look, he's affiliated, well, not affiliated, but he's familiar with Southern and Grambling. He went to Grambling camps when he was coming out of high school, and he's a Louisiana native. He's a Hall of Famer. When you look at the connection that he has with Prime is going to put his best foot forward to actually help him. And all those things, and so he's going to give him some background insight in regards to things, so he can actually be successful. Now, when people look at the whole optics of what Southern's going to be like in year one, I think people are panicking. Does he have to win the SWAC in year one? No, he don't. And no, he doesn't have to be this great vocal coach. He just needs to be himself. Southern fan base could talk enough for him. All he got to do is win.
Yeah.
But in year one, what does it look like, Scotty? Honestly, he doesn't even have to have a winning record. If Southern is 500 in year one, but they look good, I guarantee you, all the people who are against the hire, they'll be on board. Because all it has to do is to look the part, honestly. But if you go one game above 500, or say if you're 7-5, and you're 8-4 in year one, oh please, everybody gonna be on board because of how bad it looked. Because remember, they're essentially one win, just like Colorado was in the year prior to him. If he comes in and wins 7 games in year one, who will be against it?
Nobody.
Who will be against it?
Nobody.
Nobody. So he's playing with house money. And Southern is not bare. This is not like Delaware State. It's not. They have talent. They just aren't winning for whatever reason that it is.
Yeah.
Again, his greatest recruiting battle is going to be retaining Trey Holly if he's able to do that. Because off the rip, if you can find a half-decent quarterback with Trey Holly, Southern always typically has some tight ends. You get one and you keep Darren Morris there. You got a strong nucleus on offense to start with. Now it's going to be about what you can, refocus on defense. But it's not bone dry. It's not Deshaun to Delaware State by a long stretch. And unlike Delaware State, Southern's going to get some players regardless anyway because of local ties in Louisiana. They're going to always have players. They're going to always have access to get players. Now, can he ratchet that up? Can he do something different on the day-to-day operation like what Prime did at Jackson State? I'm sure that he can. But all in all, for me, Scotty, the optics. We need Grambling, Southern, FAMU, and Jackson State to be strong. And I think he can actually create some buzz and get that done. So, again, to me, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. There's nothing negative about this hire. Because, again, if he wins, that's what I always go to this. If it's a no-name coach and he wins, okay, he wins. But it's different. It has some pizzazz to it if you got an NFL Hall of Famer.
And he wins.
With some connections. And he comes in and wins. It's a whole different thing.
Yep.
Imagine, for example, I heard you earlier, I'm going to take Ed Reed off the table. Even if Ed Reed comes, I agree with you, that has some pizzazz in the Bayou Classic next year, right?
Yep.
But we can take Ed Reed off of it. Let's just say Grambling gets another, let's just say an NFL player that we're not thinking about. But let's say they do that. Somebody we're not even thinking about. Okay, if Grambling comes in and they're having success, and then Marshall Faulk, it's going to have the same feel to it like a Delaware State playing Norfolk. Different parameters, but then what if there's somebody else that has ties to Louisiana? What if my boy Slash, Cordell Stewart, what if he gets the Grambling job?
That's tough. I like that. I like that.
So you see, both of them from New Orleans, right? You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is now look at the feel of that in the Bayou Classic.
Yeah.
So my thing is, we gotta get out of this thing about what we want and what we don't want. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I may have somebody in mind for Jack State and TC League. And again, you don't know what it's going to be until the games get played. And all the people who are against it, let that motherfucker win. They're going to say, I told you so.
They're going to be hyped
for the whole time.
Yep.
I was for it the whole time he got hired. You're lying. It's cap. So the thing is, again, it's a solid move to me. And Lord, no, I'm a Jack State guy, and I hate Southern. hate them beige bastards. I think it's a good move for them. I really do. I think it adds some intrigue to the conference because again, you're getting more momentum with regards to T-Jack coming in, Sam Shade coming in. Because again, if Sam Shade now can have some success in year 2, T-Jack carry on in year 2. Now you bring in a Marshall Faulk and whoever, if Grambling goes in a different direction with their coach leaving, they bring in a good name. Now you overtake what the MEAC has done.
Yeah.
And you bring in more, you generate more buzz. And now this time we'll see if the SWAC has learned from their era with Ross, with Dion to promote these new coaches within this conference. But all it is, it just speaks to growth to me, bro.
I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt Southern at all. To me, at the end of the day, Southern's biggest issue was incompetent coaching. I'm sorry, like it was never a talent issue. It was incompetent coaching of not willing to make adjustments, not willing to see and just riding the wave of what you've been doing. Like, this is what we do. This is what we do. Right. So that's my biggest thing. But I absolutely love the point. Zoe, any last points before I let you go?
Well, I was going to say, too, I think with this hire, if they make this hire with Marshall Faulk, I think for the final time, it cuts the umbilical cord from this whole we need Pete Richardson tentacles on everything that we do.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
not mad at it. Hey, appreciate the call, Zoe. We'll talk more about it later in the week. All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna make these last 2 points and I'm gonna get up out of here. I wanna bring up these comments, right? Again, this is the part about the stuff I don't like. Everything has context. That seven games that he won. First of all, you got to talk about the games he lost. He lost the home streak against Valley. He lost the game against Jackson. I believe he lost the game against Prairie View, and they were a bad team that year. They fired their coach that year. Like, again, it's how it looks. It's how it looks. Because I'm not on the Prairie View bandwagon of saying, oh, they're a great team because they have a lot of wins. What does the eye test show me? The eye test show me that you don't play really good competition, but you beat them. Congratulations. And it's the same thing with FAMU the last year with Cozy. It's like you lost to bad teams. You had a chance to win. You didn't win the game that you were supposed to win. And everything just kind of unraveled from there. So, no, it's not about, oh, he went 7-5 or 7-4 or 6. No, it's how it looked. It didn't look good, period. It didn't look good. This is what it comes down to. So, and the thing with this, it's not a full rebuild. A full rebuild is I don't have talent. A full rebuild is there was nothing. There was no players that I could count on. There's nothing I can do. Like, defensively, there are liabilities on that defense. Is Kelby Givens special? Absolutely. Do I like 91 as a D tackle? Absolutely. The DBs are a little The safeties are a little The linebackers, But that doesn't make it a full rebuild. The offensive line wasn't bad. Trey Holly got off in a couple games. It was some bad play calling. It was definitely some bad play calling. And the quarterback situation was bad. But the wide receivers are good. Jackson, Morris, if you want to add guys to that bunch, that's fine. If you want to go get you some new guys, that's fine as well. You got Trey Holly, probably your most talented person. And what makes it special for what makes it even better for Marshall Faulk is he's a running back. He's a running back. So again, it is what it is. Now, if they're done with eligibility, they're just done with eligibility. Okay, cool, whatever. That's part of the process. Like matriculation. So it wouldn't matter to any coach. Matriculation is matriculation. Like at the end of the day, if these guys are graduating, that's matriculation. There's nothing. What you want me to do with that? You know what I'm saying? So again, it wouldn't matter to any coach. They would have to replace the guys matriculating. That's just what it is. Plus, you got to worry about the portal as well, because again, once you lose your coach, you get 30 days to go in the portal whenever you want. So again, I think there's talent there. He's in the state of Louisiana. It's not hard to get more talent. You are Marshall Faulk. Running back should not be a problem. It's going to come down at the end of the day. It's going to come down to coaching, recruiting, and building relationships at your HBCU. And that is what Marshall Faulk is going to have to fight throughout this process. But again, I want to clarify all my comments and statements. I hate I'm doing this so late. There is nothing official that says Marshall Faulk is the head coach. Only thing I'm going by is off my sources that have close reliance to the situation telling me that it's a done deal. Now, the Ryan Lewis DC, I think I might have jumped the gun on that one a little too soon, right? Because I saw Ryan Lewis as DC. But he's looking at Ryan Lewis as a DC. But if I'm Marshall Faulk, Ryan Lewis is a great hire. I believe so would Ed Reed. But the reason I would go with Ryan Lewis is because he's done it in this league before at a very, 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 very high level, right? And he can go into Alabama and get some of them kids that Eddie Robinson has been able to get time and time again. So I think it's a no-brainer to go hire Ryan Lewis. That's just me personally. But listen, I love it. Hope it all works out. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.